What's going on? You're listening to the Waffle Top podcast. My name is Paolo, the biggest talker, back again for another episode with
Miriam.
Change it again. Plug the socials.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Conscious Conversations. Check me
Conscious
out on the
yeah.
YouTube. On
Subscribe,
the Spotify.
Red Dinger, all of that.
Come on, all
Yeah.
day, every day. Done now.
And then to my left,
Mm-hmm.
gone,
Oh,
The
it's
one,
your boy, it's your
the
boy
only.
Donny. It's your Donny. That's it.
Donny.
Yeah, that's it.
Yardisa. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Know
Carry
what I'm
on.
saying?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. I need. Do
Whatever.
you know what? You know what you need to have? You know, like Margs and Losers thing. You know when they got the mad introductions for
No.
them.
No,
we
not
need
at
to
all.
do that.
Gas
No,
each
not
other
at
up
all.
Yeah,
there.
just gas each other up.
No, it's fine.
He said, "No, I'm just good."
No.
Bro, Donny, silent.
Donny.
Silent Donny. We got Silent Donny with us today. You get what I'm saying? But nah, do you know what? Really want to get straight into it. Obviously, with recently with the Euros finishing, which I was really, really happy to see the way everyone had like come together for it, even for England to a point. I was quite surprised.
Okay.
And then,
And then,
why
why are we ever surprised?
are we ever surprised? Is my thing. But do you know what it is? Yeah, it's like I say, I come from like I want to say like a multi background in terms of like my mum's
Ethnicities.
Irish English, like my dad's, but my mum is very much like my mum was like supporting Portugal and England during the Euros, like. But she was saying like I was talking to my mum and aunties afterwards, like, and obviously born here, but they were kind of like they said to me like the same thing is the thing that ruined it was the racism. They said like so to a point it's the targeted like I think that it's been going on for a long time. The way that okay, so in this instance, black footballers because it is are targeted, but it just opened a wound up to see how many issues there are because it started with that, but then I feel like so I saw people of different faiths, colours, like all sort of coming together when leading up to the final, saying like I feel like finally I can wear an England shirt and support England because this squad represents me, and you know,
Right, yeah.
but then I feel like after the final. It was just
It went left.
It definitely proved a point. Like when we go back to lockdown, and I want to get your opinion on this. Do you remember when Boris turned around and said that the country is not that racist?
Do we? I have so much to say about this
Bojo.
imbecile of a human being. Yeah. Brother, this is the same guy that said Muslim women look like what's it?
Well,
the-
post
yeah,
whatever the word is
Yeah,
called.
yeah.
I can't, because they
yeah.
wear like niqab, and now you're what, Prime Minister? Fuck out of here. I'm not surprised about anything that this brother says. Like, and honestly, the whole football situation. Like, I remember talking to a couple of my friends, and I hear it. It's kind of like France. You see, when France was playing in the World Cup and everyone was supporting them. I'm Algerian, innit? So, like, my pride is hurting because fuck France, because they colonized us. Do you get it? So, my pain runs
your
deep.
players as well, bro.
And then, do you see what I'm saying?
Karim Benzema,
Zidane.
Zidane.
Yeah, do you get it?
Yeah,
So,
listen.
like, my thing was, I had to talk to one of my boys, and he's Algerian. He was like, Miriam, just keep in mind that whole team is African. The whole team is African. And like, but they're playing for the white man. And that's, it just hurts, personally, because they love you, until they don't.
I think in
that's
some
true,
countries,
true.
in
It's
some
true.
countries where they have players of like say different backgrounds through parents and whatnot, there's some countries that are. So you look at someone like Switzerland, for example, that have African players in their team that have grown up in Switzerland. They don't have the problems in terms of they embrace their players, win or lose. But I don't know if that's just the morale of how the country is
Yeah.
and how they're like. But I feel like with England.
But who did Switzerland colonize?
This is true. This is
You
very
get it?
true.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
it's
the common
Yeah,
theme.
no, it's got a point though. It's true.
But I think as well, like my thing was like when Rashford, Sancho, I obviously watch a lot of football. I love football, but when they missed a penalty, yeah, like I was saying this to like my work lot. The first, like people like getting annoyed because of the way they took a penalty or they missed it. That's different. That's just football.
Right.
But
yeah,
why?
yeah.
But for me, it was the point of when you miss a penalty.
Yeah.
Why is the first thing that comes into your head
The race.
the first insult to do with the colour of their skin
But
or what they follow?
mad.
Like I think. Sorry to
No,
interrupt.
go on,
just
go on,
quick.
go on.
It's like Benzema come out and said something years ago. So Benzema hasn't played for France for like 7 years.
7
This
years.
is this is the first tournament he played.
Yeah.
He had a mad embargo, but
Yeah,
he
his team
he
was
stopped
mad.
playing for France. His team was mad, but he stopped playing for France.
He was mad.
They begged him to come back,
Yeah,
so he
yeah,
come
yeah.
back.
Yeah.
But I think when he was playing for France before that embargo that he had, he even said like when and Ozil as well for Germany because
Yep.
he's Turkish.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
When we win, we're German or French,
Yeah,
and
we're
when we
one of them.
lose, we're
Arab,
Arab
black,
or
Yeah, but it's
Algerian.
the
Or
same
yeah.
in England,
X, Y, and
though.
Z. That's what I'm
Same
saying.
with England, bro.
Like they love you until they don't.
Yeah.
Like, regardless, this is what we need to understand. It as ethnic minorities or whatever, we're never gonna be one of them because we're
100.
literally not. Do you get it?
100%.
So we'll never be accepted. They'll use you for your talents. They'll make their bread
Mm.
and they'll keep it stepping. If you fuck up,
The
if you
problem-
come out.
Yeah,
100%.
the problem that I find is as well, and this is coming from obviously say background of like what I've got is there are a lot of people that I've seen so personally, like a lot of my family on my mum's side,
Mm.
like obviously they are all like kind of the same stance I have, but again, that's because you say they're normal people, innit?
Right. Yeah.
But you do get, unfortunately, in this instance, the problem is everyone knows it isn't. No one is saying it's all English people because that would. But the problem is you can't. With this issue, when it gets brought up, the problem is a common theme with insults towards race and all this sorts of thing, religion. So it needs to be bolded out like big and say like, okay, so people know it's wrong, or some people knows it's wrong. That's cool. But we need to have a chat about this, regardless if you agree it's wrong or not. There's still a big chunk of people who don't think it's wrong. Like it's all right to say they go back to their hometowns and see like they say all sorts. Like I saw an interview, a radio interview with a Brer that was on like Talk Sport or something. Some Brer who used to be a racist went to uni and then apparently like educated himself and all this sort of thing.
Do you know what though? I think that match put into perspective how much of a minority we are. Do you get it?
I hear what you're saying.
You know, in this whole
100%.
UK, only 12% of the UK is ethnic minorities. Under 5%, I think it's 3%, I don't know the exact statistics, are black. I think the Muslim population is 1.something%. We are literally nothing. And I think because a lot of us are in and around London, where London's one of the most multicultural cities in the world, I think it's top 3 or something. We're around different cultures and everything all the time. But go to Essex. Bro, I live so close to Essex. If I drive 20 minutes out, there's EDL flags. I can't walk around certain ends. Do you know what I mean? Like, we need to remind, I think, especially in the industry that we're in as well, we're very diverse and everyone's trying to push for diversity to mainstream and but we're so small. We're little fish in this pond.
We need to all come together, especially if there's people in maybe better positions than others, to push diversity to help. I hear what you're saying. It's very hard because of the small percentage of people that there is to do it. It only really works if everyone's doing it, and the problem is
it's never going to be
it's
that.
it's definitely it's not everyone doing it. There may be half people doing it, but the problem is half isn't enough. Everyone needs to be doing it.
And how many of that half is pure intentions and not just there for the bag?
True.
Not just there to use you as like the token Muslim girl, the token black boy in that one
mad.
advert.
It's true. It's so true. It's annoying, but it's so true.
That's literally my thing. Was when we lost, I was like, this is gonna go so left, and it just made me realize we're 12%.
It's not even the fact that England lost yet. It's the fact that when them 3 guys took the penalty, I just knew straight away. I knew it wasn't happen. As he missed, I was like, yep. Watch papers some more. Watch papers. Watch the Twitter.
The way
watch
Harry
Instagram.
Kane made it when he scored, I said, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? No, I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah. I don't want to say this, but I don't lie to you, yeah. I want him to miss, bro. I can't lie. I want him to miss, yeah. And
Let's
the other
see
guy's
if
scoring it. That's just that's what I want to see in it. But because he scored, I thought, alright, cool, whatever. But I feel like it took England 55 years to get to a final. They don't see that.
Yeah.
But they see the 3 guys who took the penalties. Oh, that shit. Da.
Do you know what? Yeah, if there's one person who didn't conform to the normalities that I have massive respect for, that I did, like people probably didn't expect, was Gareth Southgate. But the way that he grabbed hold of them players after the game on TV.
When Saka was crying and he
That's
had
got
him.
me. I can't
But
lie.
you got to remember, Gareth Southgate, regardless, he doesn't look at this guy from the start of the tournament was trying to push, like he was saying, this England team's for everyone. Like he's one. I've never ever had an England manager do that. You know, he's mentioning about religion, race. He said everyone needs to be involved. Like, I think he had a say in like Krypton Conan doing the tune for fucking. Like it's nuts. It's nuts. He had I think he had a saying it, because he done an interview thing and he was like, just make it how you would make it. They were asking him, what would you want to hear? They go, just make it how you'd make it. The tune's got to be for everyone, not for a certain audience now, because we're not in that time anymore.
It's true.
But he turned around. He's been in Saka's position. He missed a penalty in '96, innit, in a semi-final. and they went out, and it straight away. Not only does he have a common ground, but ultimately as well, that I just don't understand. For me, I still can't get my head around it even now. Although there's probably 12 podcasts, 15 chats that have come out where they're talking about it. Why? My same question is now, and it will always be, is when someone misses something. It's a common theme with racism, and in general, when someone does something, maybe, or they've made a mistake or something or whatever it is. Why does that colour always come into it? You go back to even Raheem Sterling, and there was a newspaper article. Raheem Sterling, Phil Foden, who plays for City, and Foden bought a house for his mum. Sterling bought a house for his mum. They put the articles together. It was like Foden buys a house for his mum, and it was Raheem Sterling splashes out money on. You see the wordplay that they use in the two.
Yeah, it's that's the media, man. They mean like to play things.
But this is what I'm saying to you. I mean, it's the Sun. It don't surprise me
but
sometimes.
Don't forget, these newspapers are all owned by one person.
There you go.
Do you get more time? Despite this, even though it's a rule for papers to not be biased, they're not supposed to be biased. It's like a ethics thing that they have to even sign on for. But ultimately, it's all owned by one person. So if that, that's what I'm saying.
But this is what I'm saying to you. Like, people don't want to hear it. Like, it's the whole thing. Like, people don't want to. Like, as soon as you mention something like that, people say, "Oh, conspiracy theorist," or like this and that. And it's not that. Like, people aren't just. Like, I hear it. Sometimes I hear stuff and I'm just like, you're like, that conspiracy theory is left. Yeah. Take that, go sit in a corner.
Yeah.
Like,
go think about that.
Yeah, think about that one, because no one's agreed. But there's also a lot of people's theories that make sense.
Of course it does.
Make sense.
Not theories,
they're not theories, sorry, yeah. Their opinions make sense.
Yeah, man.
Or their theories of a situation, because it's technically it's not proven. They call it a theory, but the theories make sense. And Prince Harry, I think, brought a lot of, like, but from when he said as well, the racism in the royal family, I mean, I wasn't surprised. I've always been saying, like, I mean, come on, you got one pedo there as well.
Fam.
It's a nut. It's a slut.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. But this is what I'm saying to you. There's a general theme of this. And again, like I like to stress, it's a difficult one, because it's like, with the royal family, it's like they have all these like charities set up, but then like you think, is it really just that? Like, or is there something behind it?
Is it really charity though? Are they really doing?
But this is what I'm saying to you.
What are you doing overseas? That's what I want to know. Like, why are you going back to my lands? Yeah.
I think
doing all this sort of stuff. I'm not on it, bruv. Get out.
Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? I think as well that, to be honest with you, the other thing is, like, charities should not be profitable organisations. But why are all these charities that are meant to help people? I find the ones that are not profitable, the ones that are ran from the ground up, are the ones that don't make any money. They're all volunteers, but they get more done than Comic Relief and all this. Like, the Comic Relief money, I'm not saying none of it goes, but like there's a big percentage that goes in someone's pocket as well.
Saying, like,
do you get what I'm trying to say?
It's so unethical. It's actually a joke.
If a charity has a CEO,
that's a joke.
This is what I'm saying to you. If a charity's got a CEO,
you have to laugh.
Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
how does that even make sense?
CEO is big P's. Like, it's big P's.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, I've been volunteering for a charity for about 4 years now. Yeah, from when they started. They're called the Smile Project. Check them out on Instagram.
What do they do?
They build. Well, we primarily work in Uganda, in Kampala, for orphanages. So we rebuild orphanages, we've rebuilt villages, we do water wells, we do homes, we do we send food and clothing and X, Y, and Z. Non-profit organisation, and they get the least amount of like attention, love, all of that. But then when I see certain charities that are taking these monies out of like kids' mouths, it just it hurts my heart. It really does.
Do you know what it is as well? I think in this country, I don't know what you get your thoughts on this as well, but like growing up from a kid, you always like, you know, like from kid, like young, you'd grow up and watch like, well, I don't know for you guys, but like I know growing up, they always used to come home from school And you used to have the red nose day at school. You used to just wear your own garments to school,
Yeah.
go home and watch it on the TV. You didn't really understand what it was about when it was younger. I used to watch all the singing and, you know what I'm saying? All the singing and like the comedians.
One yellow bear just.
Yeah, Lenny Henry jumping on, like, like that. Yeah. But as I got older, I was sitting here and I was thinking, like, to a point, if I was somebody who wasn't educated in like just world, like kind of what's going on, I would sit here and say that every country in Africa is poor.
Yeah.
Based on those videos that I see. So if I'm someone who's not educated, I put myself in somebody who doesn't maybe know that country or that country. If I'm someone who doesn't know where Nigeria is or Ghana, then that person that doesn't know where it is going to assume that country's got nothing else but kids walking around with malnutrition and like, yeah. But if you actually look at those countries and countries in general in Africa, there's a lot of beautiful places.
But it's not even just Africa, all countries.
Everywhere.
But
everywhere.
But what, it's
bruv, don't even start me on Middle East, bruv, because I'll start cussing people. I'll get arrested, real talk. I'll get arrested. Nah, the government will arrest me still.
No, I wouldn't know.
No. That even.
I wouldn't know. Hey, okay, off camera.
Nah, fuck that, on camera.
Oh, go on, yes, chat.
Nah, listen, I will, like, bro, no, seriously, like, my thing, with this is mad. I get vexed when I hear about this, because this is another thing as well. That and it all comes down, it all links to our conversation that we're having, guys, today. So before you think we've gone off topic, we have, but we haven't, all right?
Go on. Can't need to.
So, like, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, like, so with the Middle East and what goes on there, I had an interesting conversation with someone a while ago, but I still remember this. And I was saying, like, it's very, very easy to say, if we hear on the Western side about no killings of anyone is justified in terms of people dying in general, period. Regardless of where it is, no one, in my opinion, has the right to play God.
100.
Like, no one. But what people need to understand is that people dying over here is very unfortunate, but it doesn't just happen over here. And there's also a lot of innocent people that die in the Middle East. Now, if you look at the amount of missiles, airstrikes that go into schools in the Middle East, I swear to God, I could roll a bear off my tongue. And where like these people that whoever they're trying to target essentially are not there, and it's a school with 50, 60 kids in it, all dead.
Look, all I'm going to say is Palestine.
Yeah.
Just educate yourselves, because...
Do you know what's mad? I'll give you this off camera. If you want a really good conversation about that, I've got someone for you still. I can't lie though, it might be a bit of a debate between you two.
I love it. Bring
this
it
guy,
on.
This guy's called Rudy Rockman, and I've done an interview with him. So he's from Israel, and he's a Jewish guy, but he's very different in terms of he's basically bridging the gap between Palestinians and his culture, basically to work together.
Cool.
It's mad. Like, he's got a different kind of aspect of it, but
a different eye to
it. But I think that'd be a good convo for you still. I'll give you his details afterwards. He'd probably do a chat with you, but it'd have to be like over Zoom or something. Like, but yeah, like I had a good conversation with him about it, and I spoke to him, and I was always like sort of leaned one side to it because I always heard about but he explained to me it's not
black and white.
Yeah, but he did say to me as well, he wants to try and bridge the gap, and I know I'm going a bit off, but yeah, he, like I say, he was...
Yeah, it happens. Too many innocent kids over in the Middle East are just dying at the hands of a white man that's sitting comfy here.
But this is what I'm saying to you, that people need to remember the amount of, like, I mean, if I go to Tony Blair, I promise you I'm going to be in a cell tomorrow still. Tony Blair is the biggest war criminal, bruv, you ever meet. I swear down.
This brother.
No, I'm just being real with you.
It's true. No.
Him and Bush were the ones who dragged us all to a country that, in my opinion, didn't need. Yeah.
Even in this country, we're in 43 trillion pounds debt.
How does that even happen?
He got trialed for war crimes, but he obviously didn't get found guilty. But he got trialed for war crimes. How do you get trialed for war crimes if you're at that point and you don't get found guilty for something? That's fucked.
Boy.
If I open my mouth, I'll get arrested.
Go on. I've opened it.
Yeah.
We're going. We're both going.
Yeah.
Akon locked up. What? You know what I'm saying?
No more.
I'll be playing that song on my phone. They won't let me out.
Conversations from inside the cell. Bro.
Nah, but obviously going back to our thing, I did want to ask you a question.
Mm.
Because you said something earlier on that kind of caught me, and I don't know if you want to add to this as well. When you said about Essex, and you said it takes 20 minutes to drive out, and you see EDL flags, how is it for someone like you to grow up in an area like that where the people are so different in terms of culture to how you are, and how did you, like I assume your school you went to was very different in terms of culture.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go through a lot in terms of, was you bullied for how you looked or what you done or what you followed?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
If
So-
you don't mind answering that,
No,
obviously.
it's cool. I can give you the rundown. So we moved around 5 times. So I've lived all over East London. I've lived in Newham. I've lived in Hackney. I've lived in Leighton. I've lived in a very, very white part of Chingford, and now I'm in like a better part
The
of that
diversified
side.
part.
Slightly diverse. Like my whole block is ethnics. Do you get it?
Every morning. Hello, neighbours.
You know, like that. But so I went through like living in estates with people that were closer to me in life and culture and whatever it may be, to being in a completely white area. And I went to a school where I put on my scarf when I went into year 7, so what's that, 11, 12? So that's when I first started wearing my scarf, yeah. And I remember the first fight I ever got into actually was because someone tried to pull off my scarf. Yeah, I remember, I'll never forget this. I was in a Spanish block. It's going up them stairs. I was small. I'm 5'2" now. Do you get it? So I was small back then, enjoying life with my little like bag. Boy, and she was an older girl as well, to make it even worse. This girl walked past me. She was eyeing me up a few times. Bad vibes. She had the audacity to just come and go. And me, my reflexes was like, now I need to kill you type thing. Not literally, but like, do you know what I mean? I was like,
no, I hear you.
So I got into a fight with a girl that was 2 years older than me, and she got off with no warning, no detention, no nothing.
Yeah, that's
I bet you got in trouble for
And what did
everything,
I hear? Of course I got in trouble for it.
what
I
I'm saying.
had detention every day that week.
So your parents what happened?
Huh?
Did you tell your parents what happened?
I did, but my parents are the type to come in on cruds, and it was a thing where I was already sentenced.
I'm dead.
They knew they were gonna add to the sentence. So my mum called my dad was prepared to walk in, and I was like, I know my dad will walk in with guns blazing, and they're not gonna budge.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was, I think, one of 3 maybe Muslim girls, and
What, in the whole school?
in the whole like school.
Ross.
And then I ended up going to the same sixth form actually, and that was interesting. But honestly, all round, I think I've seen a lot and I've experienced a lot, and I think the experiences that haven't happened necessarily to me directly have taught me how to deal with things that happen to me directly. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I think, and I just think every minority kind of comes with that. Do you know what I mean? Where you're out here with all the Caucasians and just living. And I'm very proud as well. I'm very educated on like who I am in my faith and in my culture. So I'm very like, I'm not embarrassed. You know, I feel like a lot of ethnic people growing up, when you grow up around a lot of Caucasians, you shy away from who you are. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if you guys ever grew up like that, but I know a lot of people that wouldn't claim their faith or wouldn't claim their ethnicity. They would just try and blend in.
It's different. It's different for me because. What about you?
No,
Sorry, go on.
mine was. Nah, not really.
Yeah, see,
Not
I
really.
never grew up like that, but I know a lot of people that did.
Not
And I think that brought me more problems because I didn't want to be like, I don't want to be white. I don't want to be a white girl, so I'm not going to act like a white girl.
No,
Like,
no,
I was very
100%.
much myself. Do you get it? And that was a problem for people. So I clashed a lot with a lot of people. And I spoke up as well about what's right and what's wrong. And that got me into certain situations. But you live and you learn and you grow, and so I don't regret anything personally.
But again, you're still speak your mind. You're not going to shout about, I'm not this and not that.
But when you're young, you're impressionable. Do you get it? So you would, some people would, especially as a woman, maybe like you would rather avoid the situation or like for me, if I didn't know how to fight or if I knew that I couldn't fight, I would never say anything because I'm like, rah, this girl could punch me in my face. But where I know I could probably punch you in your face back, let's go. I'm ready to speak.
No, it's
I
true.
will
No,
run
it's
my
true.
mouth.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well,
No, I
back then
hear that.
anyways.
It's different for me. I grew up. Harrow's quite like everyone. There's not one standout ethnic group there, so it's very mixed. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's nice, man.
So like I said, just grew up around that sort of thing. And like same with like my girlfriend's black school as well, and where she was from, and just that area in general. Like it just, I don't know, that maybe that area, it was very mixed. So I never had that experience. I would like to say they were quite they were very hot and it was surprising at the age where I was in school they were very hot on racism and stuff and all like any discriminations at we're talking like 11 12 years ago, like where you'd think it wouldn't be that, but it was in my school. But that was just because of the groups of people that were in the schools. They were very careful, but they had to be because of different cultures and like people's, and everyone respected everyone's things regardless of, you know, you had people that I don't think there was anyone that didn't respect anyone else's whatever they done. No one judged people like.
How was it outside of school though? Because I feel like school, you grow up in
school. So like obviously I've grown up like outside of school. I've got a mixture of friends from different interests, different beliefs, cultures. Like I've got friends that I go drinking with. Some of my brethren don't drink, and that's cool. And we go out and do other shit. And some of my brethren go out and we go for a pint. You know what I'm saying? Now real talk, like this is what I'm on, like. Yeah. But but I mean, like I've got friends like in different and I can just like adapt to situations. But that's just because I've got friends from different backgrounds. Outside, it was never really a problem for me, to be honest.
That's mad.
Sorry, I'm just getting myself involved. Because I would say maybe sometimes might see you, some people might see you as racially ambiguous. How was that for you? Like, did people ever question, are you white enough, or are you really Portuguese, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
so it's mad because, so like I won't say where, but where I worked many years ago, I was in the office. So I've actually been away. Like, I've kind of had it before where are you this or are you that, or like for example I can't. Yeah, different. I've definitely had it before, but I'll explain. Like, so one time I went for a weekend away to Cardiff with like Boye and a couple of our friends, and I come back and all of them are black, for example. So that this guy in the office turned around and said, have you got like, could you have any more black friends in the photo? Yeah, I swear down. In the office, bruv, he said that. Real talk.
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah. Yeah,
wow.
he said that.
Damn.
I swear down, he said that.
You
And
got straight kicking
I was like,
what?
you got straight kicking his
What
chest,
makes you
big
think
man.
you could just come and
but
say
no,
that?
but I didn't really understand that. Like, it was like, and this wasn't anywhere I work to now or anyone I'm connected to now.
Yeah.
Never really connected to this person. It was a long time ago. But
was he the same age or older?
No, older.
Okay.
Older.
That's a man. Only like when I moved to Croydon
Oh.
and working up there, that's when I saw racism like every day. I got chased, bruv. Like, I had to run. If I didn't run,
10 toes.
I would not be here right now. Like, I was like, bro.
hell?
I didn't. Got chased by some guy with a gun. I've racism.
chased.
It's just bare racism.
Yeah.
I'm
They
like,
get-
what?
they-
It's just scary, man. I've cried. I was crying. Like, oh my days. I'm gonna get killed. Like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
It's mad when they make you fear for your life.
See, I didn't do anything. I'm
Okay.
going work, and you're
Mm.
running me down. I'm going work, bro. Like,
And
what?
you're trying to take my life.
For what? It's.
Well, I think one time I actually cried. Real
Bro.
talk, like I actually cried. I did when
It
I was
hurts,
younger.
man. It hurts.
But the thing is, imagine like this hate weren't even like directed towards me because I'm not part of a certain culture. But where someone called me a certain word or certain this or certain that, and I'm like, the fact obviously that you've assumed before you even asked me like where I'm from, but that's fine, carry on. And then like, but I'm just thinking like, but like it's hard because like a lot of people don't know this, but like obviously to a lot of people will assume like predominantly I'm white. Sometimes some people will think that. My dad, if you see my uncles, you'll be so fucking baffed. It's unreal. My uncles are full on, like my uncle, aunties, all black. My cousins on my dad's side black. And like I say, my dad was mixed, but then some of his brothers full. I've got cousins. So when these people see my cousins are not there, my auntie comes to London. I'm walking up the road with her. People are saying to me, "Who's this?" I said, "My auntie."
Yeah.
Like no, like I
Who
said,
is
no,
that
it's
then?
actually my auntie. Like
Yeah.
people are back, and I get upset more because like I'm connected in the sense of my family. Like my granddad's from Africa. Do you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, one of my granddads from Africa. like I'm connected to all that sort of thing, so I'm very racially aware of everything.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I always say to people, my biggest pet peeve, or what irritates me the most, is assumptions, because I'm the same. Like, on my mum is, well, my parents are from 2 different tribes. My dad's from the north side of Algeria, my mum's from the south side. So in the south, you can, like, there are black Algerians. Do you get it? But people don't. They just think, oh, you're pale skin, so you, like, I remember when I was in school, I was sat in class and there was a Nigerian boy. I'm cool with him. It was just ignorance. But it stuck with me. It did. I'm not going to lie. And he's like, oh, but if you're African, why are you white? And I was like, what? Because I'm indigenous as well. So, like, my bloodline is pure. Like, I know my roots. I know my heritage. Do you get it? And it's that ignorance of you need to look a type of way to be a part of something.
Yeah.
Like, again, if I had a family photo, you would think we're all strangers because we all look different. Do you get it? My little brother's ginger, but I have cousins darker than you.
I seen your Instagram story actually.
Do you get it?
Yeah, when you see the
My little
thing,
brother's ginger, but I have cousins darker than you, and that's direct blood. Like, and I think this is the thing with the West as well. They've taken West African countries and their features, and they've said this is what all black people look like, and this is what about East Africans? Yeah. They've been denied their blackness for however long.
Bruv, like,
and like,
let's be
black.
honest.
Like,
it's mad. How many people, and I'm talking even from a culture of, say, black people, do you know growing up in school that denied, like you say, East Africans,
bro, like
their own colour skin?
Even just
like, I used to have people say like Somalian people, they're not even black. Like, bro, people used to say that shit.
Yeah,
growing
that's
up.
what I'm saying.
The Somali community started, even some of them, saying that. Okay, cool. If you aren't seeing us as black, then we must not be black.
Yeah.
Cool, I'm not black, I'm Somali.
Yeah.
But even of us North Africans, like, you could be. That's what I'm saying. Even us North Africans, Egyptians, Moroccans, Algerians, whatever, we come in all different. We don't all look alike. Like, Algeria is the biggest country in Africa. How can you expect the most land and everybody from that land to all look the same? It doesn't make sense. Do you get it? So, like, you can't come and try and deny me my heritage because I don't fit into this external image of what an African woman would look like. It doesn't make sense to me. But, you know, I've had this.
Do you know what? Yeah, it's mad.
Bare times.
Yeah, I know.
If you,
I'll knock a bitch out.
Do you know what? This episode's just gonna split into flipping two.
Yeah.
Like, we're doing this as one because this is good. I don't want to stop this, but it's mad, because I want to go back to a point very quickly and just say, if you, and this is a really interesting point for people to kind of understand. Now, if you was to go online, even now, and type into Google a terrorist, the first thing that comes up is Islam and all this sort of thing, because of the way that people trash it, in my opinion.
It's indoctrination.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you. But it's nuts because, like, I'll give you an example. One of my cousins is, again, excuse me if I'm wrong, but I think she's a revert.
Yep.
Yeah,
perfect.
that's it. Yeah,
you got it.
She's a revert.
Yeah.
So nice. she'll watch this as well because she's on arguments on bare shit. Like, this is her sort of thing. So she'll watch this.
Hey, cousin.
Patricia. She
check out my channel. You might like it.
Yeah. But I always have chats with her about certain things. I always get involved in. I've always grown up getting involved in other people's cultures as well, in general. So, like, even from the food and all this sort of thing.
That's
like,
London, though,
I grew up like on my road with neighbours from all different backgrounds. I used to go up to my good friends. Like, I'm talking these lot. Like, I've grown up with these lot, and they're like correct me if I think they're Kenyan background / Somali, like both. I swear to you, I've had Somali food, bruv.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd try it because I've never grown up around that stuff. It's actually very nice, bro.
Yeah,
but I've had different kinds. I've had different kinds of food. Like, I mean, say, like, I get very in touch with, like, my mum's Irish side, like, and all the foods that they have, and, like, my dad's side, and other people's cultures, my friends and where they're from. But I think that's probably, do you know what, it sounds mad, yeah, but I like to think that's probably one of the reasons I'm very
educated.
Educated, yeah, but I mean open-minded, because I've grown up around different cultures. But I think it comes down to what you grow up around, and if you grow up in an area like you said, the other ends of Chingford, they're not gonna see anything else than what they're
it's
used to.
Your environment is your familiarity. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why they always say, well, Islamically, it's written that everybody should travel, because if you travel, you learn, you see things, you take things on, and you lack ignorance.
That's true.
And it's written, so like it's a principle for us to go and travel.
Because you had that guy on your thing as well, Black Man the Traveller.
Yes,
Yeah, sick.
Yeah, proper goods guy.
Yeah.
Well. He's very interesting.
Yeah. He's interesting guy.
Yeah.
You see
I didn't
that
watch
guy?
that. No, I watched the.
No, he
latest one.
follows us. To be fair, we're due to get him on as well soon. But he's sick. He's sick.
Yeah.
Watch his stuff. He goes all over the world.
I watched the latest one. I didn't see that one.
I
saw the latest
So-
one.
No, I know.
It's alright.
Latest one.
But yeah, do you know what? We're gonna wrap it up.
Mm.
But that I can't. Yeah, that one was a bit
That
serious.
was-
But
yeah.
it was good.
I like
It's
it
good.
because I
It's
mean,
good.
It's real.
It
Real
is
convos.
It's
Real
conscious.
convos.
And
I think.
people-
I think. Yeah,
People
go
out there don't know that. Oh, the black person, white person is like they don't know. It's the world is changing. So there's a lot of cultures right now, but people don't see that. They just see one thing, and it's annoying. It's like
Unfortunately, not everybody's going to be open to
No, not at all.
learning cultures, and
no.
they would be the small minority of
It's
people.
like when
Or I'm not even going to say minority because I feel like it underwrites the issue, but a group of people that will make this issue. I don't think the issue will ever go away.
It's not.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware,
We can never
It's not gonna go
eradicate
away,
no matter what we
racism.
do.
I think
ever.
people need to stop using the word minority as well.
Mm.
To when they're describing the issue, because when you use minority, you're almost saying, yes, we know it's not everyone, but when you're putting that, like, words are powerful, innit?
Yeah, it's like
So when you're you're putting minority into that, or when you're saying, oh, it's a minority of people, it puts the issue down. So if it's a minority of racists,
it's not as bad.
it's
as
not as bad.
the-
Just
yeah.
say it's racist, like. But then people, like, let's say people think, oh, we're not. No one's saying that, but people are saying if you start saying minority, I just think it
It
just
dumbs it down a little bit.
yeah, it numbs it down a bit, and I think I don't agree with that. And I see a lot of people using minority this, minority of racism in a sense, and like you say, I don't know, people don't take it seriously if they do that. I don't think.
I hear you.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I talk a lot.
No, bro. You gotta speak the truth.
It's
innit?
just
You gotta
it's
speak your
heavy,
mind,
innit?
innit?
It's just
It's heavy, but like,
I
it's just
get
annoying
bare
that people
passionate
just don't
about this
understand
shit.
certain things, innit?
Well,
Yeah.
I just get bare passionate about this shit,
No,
man.
no,
like.
this is real talk, man. Real life.
But yeah, anyways,
Don't wrap it up yet.
what?
Don't wrap it up yet. So,
We nearly forgot about this.
Oh my god!
And there we go again. We got a couple minutes.
All right,
Come
you
on.
lot, yeah. They told me they had a surprise for me, and I told them
So,
I don't like surprises.
obviously, yeah,
Let's see how this goes.
I've watched your thing, innit?
All
And
right.
I've seen.
Oh no, it's riddles!
And I've seen your thing, yeah? So obviously,
Hey.
I just had
Oh.
to drop the riddles for you, you get me?
Oh.
Because, you know, you're a riddle queen and that doing all your other one. I see it.
I'm the riddle master.
Yeah, well-
but I'm not the riddler. Do you get it?
Boy, you get me? I gotta try to.
Hey, they're trying to draw me out. Oh
Read
my
it out,
god, they're
then.
trying to draw me out.
Alright, pick one. I
Guys,
think
I'm
we've
not
got time
actually
for,
dumb, so just ignore the rest
We've
of
got
this.
time for one, bro.
Just disclaimer, I'm not actually
one,
dumb.
Maybe
Alright, one.
two. So
Alright,
if you squeeze two in.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh, alright, go on.
We've got a
Alright, this
couple minutes.
is Sammy. You be alright with this one still.
I'm nervous, bro.
No, you got this one.
Pick, pick, pick.
If you drop me, I'm sure to crack. But if you give me a smile, I'll always smile back. What am I?
She's concentrating, Bear. This is
Wait.
not our first radio.
If you drop me,
Yeah,
I'm due to crack.
I'm sure to crack. Yeah.
Yeah. What's
But give me a smile, I'll always
smashed.
smile back. What am I?
Oh, that's mad, bait.
Oh no! Don't say
That
that.
is like, you're going to be like
Don't
this.
do that. Don't do that.
No, I'm
Because
just
you see
doing
it, that's what I'm
commentary.
saying, that's what I'm saying.
I'm doing commentary. You're just going
Why
to be
do I
like,
feel-
ah, no.
It's not like a. It's not. Yeah.
Alright.
Like insecurities are coming out.
if you drop me, I'm sure to crack. But give me a smile, I'll always smile back. What am I?
It's not a boomerang. No. Not something that you throw, come back. If you drop me, I'm due to crack.
But give me a smile. I'll
Oh, a
always
mirror.
smile.
Oh,
No,
like.
don't do that. Don't say that. 'Cause don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, it's a mirror, it's a mirror, it's a mirror.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that.
I'm not sweating at all.
Which one?
That one there.
Which one?
No, sorry.
I'm
What
shook.
4-letter word
Oh, fuck.
can be written forward, backward, or upside down, and can still be read from left to right?
Oh, wait.
Your head's
master.
gone. Your
Wait,
head
wait,
is
wait.
gone.
4 letters.
Gone. Riddle
Read
master.
it one
Did
more
you get the
time.
first one?
Yeah, she got the first one.
Oh, well
I'll
done.
say it again.
Thank
I'll say
you.
the first one. Read it again.
What 4-letter word can be written forward, backward, or upside down, and can still be read from left to right? You know, just bare formulas are going around in my head now.
Matt.
No, I know this, but I can't think.
I know it too, but
What 4 letters?
Look the same forwards and backwards.
Yeah. No, what letters? No, if the word was read backwards, it's still the same word, right? That's the point. Yeah.
From left to right or from right to left?
It doesn't matter as long as it ends up being the same
What
word.
4-letter word can be written forward, backward, or
Yeah,
upside
but
down?
the letters have to stay in the same formation. That's what I'm saying.
I like this, you know. I like
Nah,
this.
I
You
know
got-
what it
you
is.
got-
I just
you got-
can't
what's the
think
time?
about
Yeah,
it.
no, it's not 9.
Alright, cool.
Can I get a clue?
Wait.
Don't.
Shall I give her a clue? What can we give her? But I don't want to give her a bait clue
It's
though.
bait though. I mean,
It is bait, whatever I say.
yeah, it's bait.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna.
No. Wait.
Go on.
Wait, before you give her the clue,
Go
let's
on.
think of the letters that.
That's what I've been trying to do.
Yeah, M's, N's, O looks the same backwards and forwards. M, N, O. Moon? No.
Yeah.
Is it moon?
Yeah.
Maggie. Hey, if she wins, I win.
Riddle Master lost.
Wait.
No, I didn't lose.
Wait.
I won by default.
Wait. That was a good one still. Hold on.
Do you know, I thought room kept going in my head, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, your head was fried.
I was gone. I was like, read
I think we
room.
gotta go.
Alright, cool. Alright, leave it going.
Oh, we gotta wrap that one up. We'll
Alright.
ask you one more off camera though.
All right, cool.
We gotta wrap that one up. But
Oh my gosh.
yeah, shout your socials out for us.
Okay. Conscious Conversations on YouTube, c.conversations podcast on Instagram, official Miriam on Instagram. Follow
Conscious
it.
Crowds people, make sure you follow her. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Miriam's Boxing.
Yeah.
Guys, I do a boot camp class for women every Thursday and Saturday. If you're involved, if you want to, get your body, but also know how
Get
to
some
knock
of those
somebody out.
Come
You know what I'm
on.
saying?
Shout your girl, DM me. And
Whereabouts you do it?
Green Park.
Green Park.
Yeah.
That's where you gotta be.
Mhm.
Hit
Right.
it up.
What's the times though? Times.
Thursday, 6 p.m. Saturday is 11:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Cool.
calm. You can still have your nap in the morning.
Come on.
Wake up, get on the pads, mate.
Enjoy. Yes.
Make sure you follow our socials. Waffle Top PC for Instagram, Waffle Top Podcast for SoundCloud, Spotify, and YouTube. We don't even use Facebook, so go on it. But yeah, I'm just being
Just go have a
honest with you.
look.
Just have a look. We share clips now and again to it, but it's got my family on there, so I'm not can't be asked, man. But YouTube, SoundCloud, and Spotify is where it's at. So please share the hell out of it for us. Thank you for coming down today as
You're
well.
welcome. Thank you for having
Yeah,
me.
and I know you have travelled from afar, and your manager has travelled from the depths of Mordor. Yeah.
Yes. Crawled out the
Hey,
hood.
hey, I'm gonna end. I'm gonna.
No,
Hey,
no,
wait. We're not finished yet. We're not finished.
Okay, alright, cool.
Yeah.
What?
And anyway,
What?
thanks for watching. And Croydon is mad far. Just gonna finish
Mad
that
far.
there.
Croydon's not in South.
Yeah, South.
It's south
South
of London, it's
Croydon's
not
a
South
mix
London.
anyway. But yeah, goodbye.
Bye.
So hold on, wait, no. Croydon's not that. It's not that far, bro. It's not that far.
Hour from you.